Okay, here we go. We're doing linear graphs, lesson number 1. And so we're going to be asked to graph a linear equation. And the first way we're going to learn to do it is picking up our calculators and making a table. So when you pick up your calculator, let's see if I can make this bigger so we can. Ooh, made it. Okay. Ooh, it's kind of hard to see the buttons. But there is, now once again, I'm making these videos in the summer and I'm not sure if you already know how to make a table with your calculator. So bear with me if you already know how to do it. I'll try to be fast. So to make a table, what we're going to do is we're going to pick the table button. And it's this button right here. So I have my calculator in my hand. Hopefully you do as well. So when we hit the table button, we are going to see a y equals. All right, so let's see. We're going to do y equals, what's ours? 4x. I got to move this now. 4x minus 2. All right, so we're going to put in 4x minus 2 into our calculator. So here we go. We're going to put 4. Oh, you're like, where's the x? Where is the x? So if you don't know where the x is, it's right here. Go ahead and push this button. So you already put the 4 in. Then you hit the X button, so an X should pop up. Then put the minus and the 2. Remember, use this minus, not that. That's a negative. I know they're the same thing in some ways, but putting them into the calculator, they are different. All right, and so then let's hit enter a whole bunch of times. It asks us things. We don't care where we start. We don't care the steps. Just okay. And so you should be getting a table. And you can use these scroll buttons. This one's going to be your scroll button to go up, and this one's the scroll button to go down. And so let's just scroll, and let's just write, -1, 0, and 1. So when x is equal to -1, y is equal to -6. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to -2. And when x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2. So you might have already learned how to graph this way in middle school, but it's actually a decent way. Like if you don't know a faster way, it's not a bad way to graph, right? Just pick up your calculator and get a table going and plot the points. Now, in a second, I'm going to show you something that is way faster, but let's just go ahead and do this. All right, so here we go. We're going to plot the point -1, -6. Let's get -1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 0, -2. And then 1, +2. All right, and so then we're going to try to connect these 3 points. I didn't do bad. I found if I can just keep my eye on all the points, maybe my hand has a chance to go through them all. All right, so there we go. We actually graphed the line from this equation. And so let's see what I have behind these things. What's important to remember? Pick 3 different numbers for x, plug each in to find y. Now, once again, we're not plugging it in. We're just using our calculator. When graphing a point, begin at the origin. We move left or right first, then up or down. I think we're pretty good at plotting points. And remember that this is the opposite of what we do when we find slope. So true. That's where it gets messed up in our heads, right? All right. But I want you to know we're not going to be graphing these lines using the table function in the calculator because we have a faster way to do it. Now, even in my calculus class, sometimes we turn to a table to see what's going on with a function if it's not easily graphed, or sometimes we'll do a little bit on our own and then fill in with points. But right now in this course, we're really not going to use the table to graph. And so let's go ahead and learn something new, right? When we see an equation in this form, this is called the slope-intercept form. And that's because the 3 is the slope. Now, I know you've heard a lot. The slope can also be called the rate of change. It means the same thing, okay? And then this is the intercept. And it's not just any intercept. It's the y-intercept. So take your time, even if you have to pause me, because I know I'm going fast, and write slope and the y-intercept. So when we see an equation in this form, we're like, yes, we can graph it really, really easily. And so, let's see, an equation, and so, okay, when it looks like this, y equals mx plus b. So this is the form, whoops, I kind of skipped that, didn't I? And the m stands for, that's where we put our slope, and the b is where we put our y-intercept, okay? All right, so what do? Well, we're going to focus on what's the easiest thing to do first? And that is, let's graph this y-intercept. So the -5, what I do is I go to the y-axis, I find -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I put a dot there. One dot down, one to go, and we got a line. So this is why I love slope-intercept, right? We find the y-intercept, we plot it. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to use this slope, all right? So the slope is 3. We know that when we don't have a denominator in a slope, right, when it's just a plain old number, it's not a fraction, we're going to make it into a fraction so we have a run. So 3 is going to be our rise, and 1 is going to be our run. So this gives us, the slope gives us directions from the point we already have to another point. So we're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 1, 1, 2, 3, over 1. And if we wanted to, we could just keep going. 1, 2, 3, over 1 gives me another point. 1, 2, 3, over 1. Sometimes people, well, it's kind of nice and soothing, I think, to just keep going. And it's pretty. Look how pretty that is. All right, let's connect our big dots. Oh man, almost got it. And there we have it. That's way quicker, especially if I don't keep going. You really only needed the first 2 points, and we could have drawn the same line. Okay, so super, super fast and easy. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, let's practice. All right, let's practice. So we've got 3 is my y-intercept, right? So we go to the y-axis, we find 3, and there's my point. Let's switch colors. Let's do this pretty purple. This 2 is my slope. If my slope is 2, that's the same thing as saying 2 over 1. So that's, I rise up from this point right here. I'm going to rise up to 1, 2 over 1, and that's where I put my second point. And then all I do is bam, right? Oh man, you think I could hit those just 2 lines, right? That's, or 2 points. Whoops, where'd I go? Oh man, why does it keep doing that to me? Let's get rid of everything. I'm going to have to start real quick. So I'll have the 3 and up to over 1, and I'm going to connect these points, and I did it. All right, let's do the second one. All right, we've got some negatives going on. Our y-intercept is -2. I'm going to put the -2 there. My slope is -4 over 1. So that means we rise up -4. All right, we should quit saying rise over run. It should be rise or fall over run. So we're going to fall down 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to run to the right 1. And there we go. You know, I don't know if you've seen this before. It doesn't matter where we put the negative. We could put the negative down here, and we could rise up 4. So let's rise up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if the run is negative, we run to the left. So see, we end up with the same exact line, right? Both these points, all 3 of these points are on the same line. Oh gosh, let's just try. Let's try from this side. There we go. All right. You didn't need the 3. I just wanted you to I wanted to show you that we could either make the rise be a fall or make the run be run to the left instead of to the right. All right. So here we go. Our y-intercept is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our slope has a fraction, and we love fractions for slope because it tells us clearly up 2 over 3. 1, 2, 3. There's our point. Bam. All right, this is one of my favorite ways to graph. It's just so nice and easy. All right, one more practice. Our y-intercept is -1. Our slope is -3 over 4. So we're going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3 over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to draw our line connecting those 2 points. All right, nice. All right, let's see if we have anything else to do. Oh, it says, how would we graph y equals 3x? You know what? I'm going to skip this slide because you don't have it on your thing, but you do have this. Y equals 5x. All right. We're like, oh no, where's our y-intercept? Well, it's just that it's 0. All right. So do you agree like 10 and 10 plus 0, that's the same thing, right? We can put a plus 0 on anything, right? And it's still the same. So we're going to do that here. If you don't see a y-intercept, it's because the y-intercept is 0, all right? And it just, people thought, oh, well, that looks weird if I write y equals 5x plus 0, so let's just write y equals 5x. All right. So whenever you don't see a y-intercept, put your plus 0. That means our y-intercept is 0, and our slope is 5 over 1. So rise up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run 1. Put your big dot there. And there you go. All right, I think we have one more of those to do, but it's pretty, pretty much the same thing, right? We've got our y-intercept at 0. Our slope is negative 4 over 1. So we go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. And bam. All right, I think that's it. Okay, you know what? I think that's from years and years ago, but I think that's it. And thanks for joining me, and we will have fun graphing together.